I am sharing with you 7 soups cooked in my Dutch oven. I really love soup and I love September and I celebrate Soup-tember all month long. So today I'm sharing with you 7 Dutch oven soups. If you've been around my channel, you've seen my crock pot soup recipes from last week. If you're new, go check that video out. I'll put a link to it in the description box. But I made a bunch of soups using my crock pot and shared those with you. Today I'm going to share with you my favorite Dutch oven soups. They are all so good. I'm going to put the recipes in the description box, so if you want to make them, check them out. Make sure you subscribe. Let's get cooking. This is going to be a pumpkin soup and it is so good. So I have half of a diced up onion. I have some minced garlic. I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. So I am cooking all these soups in my Dutch oven. I'm going to mix this around. I'm adding in now my pumpkin. So I have 1 can of 100% pure pumpkin, and I'm going to add this in to my Dutch oven. I'm going to add in 4 cups of chicken broth. This is so easy. I love it. I love easy recipes. You guys, if you've been around my channel, know that. If you're new to my channel, make sure you click subscribe. So many easy recipes for you, and I love sharing them with you. I'm adding in a cup of heavy whipping cream, going to give this a little whisk. And so this simmered for about 20 to 30 minutes. Now I'm using my immersion blender to break up that onion, and you can make it whatever consistency you'd like. I like this so smooth, and it is so amazing. So I love to serve this with a side salad. You can serve it with some sourdough bread. It's amazing with this. This is such a perfect soup for fall. So I'm going to be doing an enchilada soup, and this soup is amazing. I just love soup. I could eat it all year long, really, but it's so perfect in the fall. I have fire roasted diced tomatoes. You can use any kind of diced tomatoes. I have a can of diced green chilies. I have a can of corn that I'm going to drain. I'm going to use a can of black beans that I will wash and drain. I'm going to add in 4 cups of chicken broth. And then I have some seasonings. I have my garlic powder, about a teaspoon of garlic powder, onion powder, about a teaspoon of onion powder, and some chili powder, about a teaspoon of chili powder as well. Going to give this a little stir. I am going to add in some chicken thighs to this soup. So I'm just adding them in, and then I will put the lid on this and simmer this on low for about 30 minutes. These chicken thighs will cook, and then this soup will be amazing. So here it is. I'm going to remove the chicken. I'm going to shred the chicken and add it back into this enchilada soup. Chicken thighs in soup are so good. They're so nice and tender. I'm using my chicken shredder, but you can shred your chicken any way you would like. You can use tongs, fork, a mixer, whatever works for you. So now I'm adding in my shredded chicken, and this soup, like I said, it is amazing and it's so easy. All of these soups are dump and go. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you like a lot of dump and go recipes. I do a ton of dump and go crock pot recipes as well. They're so super easy. I'm going to be doing a ground turkey chili. I could basically live off of this. It is one of my favorites. So I have ground turkey in my Dutch oven. I'm breaking it up. I'm going to brown it. I'm going to add in a packet of seasoning or of chili seasoning mix. I have some kidney beans washed and drained. I have some Great Northern beans washed and drained. I have some lentils that I will wash and drain as well. I'm going to add in a can of corn after it is drained. I have a can of diced tomatoes with green chilies. So this is a Rotel diced tomato. And I'm going to add in some chicken broth. So I have 2 cups of chicken broth here. And I'm going to give this a mix. You can use ground beef if you'd like for this, but I love ground turkey. So I'm going to cook this for about 20 minutes. I'm going to do a cabbage soup. I love veggie soups. They are so hearty, so healthy. I just can't get enough of adding more veggies into our diet. So I'm dicing up a bunch of veggies here. I have my celery. I have my carrots. I'm going to do some bell pepper as well. So I'm just prepping everything to get dumped into my Dutch oven. And you can use a big pot as well if you'd like. I just love using my Dutch oven. It just makes cooking soups, so easy. It's like a one pot dinner, which I absolutely love. Less dishes in one pot meals for sure. So I'm dicing up my bell pepper. I'm using green, but you can use any kind of bell pepper that you'd like. And like I said, this is just a really great way to get a ton of veggies into your diet. Super easy, really delicious, and just really healthy. So I love it. So I'm adding all of these together, and then they'll be ready to go into my soup. I'll put the recipe for these in the description box, so check that out if you want to make these. So I have my minced garlic, about a tablespoon. I'm going to add in all my veggies. So there's my chopped up bell pepper. I'm going to add in my tomato sauce. This is crushed tomatoes, really good in soups. So I'm adding that in. I'm going to give this a stir, and then I'm going to add in my carrots, and you can chop them up into whichever size you'd like. I am adding my celery, again, chop that up into whatever size you would like. Small, medium, either way will work. Give this a little mix. I'm going to add in, I'm using a coleslaw blend of this cabbage. So you can get a head of cabbage and chop it up if you'd like, or it's just a lot easier for me to buy this already all shredded up. So I'm adding in my chicken broth, or you can add in a vegetable broth as well if you would like. Give this a stir and just kind of push down all that cabbage. So I'm going to cook this for about 20 minutes, and look how awesome this is. So super healthy. All these veggies, you just can't go wrong. So good. I absolutely love this one. So I'm going to be making a chicken fajita soup, and we love anything kind of Tex-Mex style, Southwestern style. So you see a lot of that on my channel. I have some black beans washed and drained. I have some corn that is drained as well. And we had fajitas last night, so I'm using all of this leftover fajita meat and veggies into this one. So I always like making sure we're using everything we have in our kitchen, so or in the refrigerator. So I'm using all this up. So I have 6 cups of chicken broth. And I give this a mix, and so easy, such a great way to use leftovers. So just a huge hit. And like I said, we love anything kind of Tex-Mex style. So quick, easy is the way to go. Here this soup is just absolutely delicious, ready to go, perfect for fall. And you can add in some cheese if you like on top of this one. So good. So this is going to be a tortellini soup, and I'm going to use some ground turkey in this one also. I love tortellini in soups. It's so delicious. So I have my garlic. I have my ground turkey that I'm going to brown up. And I love just using one pot for this. I can brown all my ground turkey, and then I can add in all the other ingredients. I don't have to wash a bunch of dishes, which I absolutely love. That's the best. I'm adding in Italian seasoning, about a teaspoon. I have garlic powder, about a teaspoon of garlic powder as well. I'm going to use Better Than Bouillon to make my chicken broth, so I just whisk it into my measuring cup. So I'm going to use 4 cups here, and then I'll add in another 4 cups. So 8 cups of the chicken broth. I'm going to bring this to a boil, and then I'm going to take it down to low and add in these cheese tortellinis. So really so good. I'm also going to add in some spinach to this one also to give it some greens, give it some more veggies, and just make it super awesome and healthy. So I have my fresh spinach, and I'm going to just put some handfuls in here. You can put as much as you want. Spinach does wilt down super small, so you can load it up with spinach if you'd like. So I'm just going to kind of dunk this down. Here it is, ready to go. I'm going to be doing a taco soup. Love taco soups, super easy and just really delicious. Can't get enough. Soups are so great to have, just super filling. I love them for lunch and dinner. I love making big batches of them, and I freeze a lot of soup as well. So always like to have it on hand. Now that the weather is starting to cool down, I just love it in the fall. But I really do eat soup all year long because I just love it. But this time of year, it just is so cozy and comforting. So I am adding in my black beans. I added in my wash and drain lentils. I have this Southwest blend. It's frozen corn, beans, peppers, and onions. So I have 2 cups of that. Really easy. You can buy all these separately. You could dice up the peppers and onions also. So I have some taco meat. I have a pound of taco meat cooked with taco seasoning. I'm going to add in beef broth as well. I have 2 cups of beef broth. I'm going to add in 2 more cups of beef broth, and then I'm going to give this a mix. Super good, super hearty, really easy, and just really quick. So I'm just going to put the lid on. I'm going to simmer this for about 20 minutes, and then it is ready to go. So nothing beats a quick, hearty, delicious soup. Add a little sour cream on this one. So tasty. I hope you loved these Dutch oven soups. Make sure you check out last week's video where I made 5 crock pot soups. They are delicious, so make sure you check that video out, and also make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're new. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.